A couple of days ago, Wefunder dropped the hammer, announcing that they are killing equity crowdfunding. Well, the name at least. Equity crowdfunding is a term that's been around for 10 plus years, and on Tuesday, Wefunder announced that they are basically renaming the entire industry. To put that into perspective, that's like the New York Yankees going to every other team in the league and being like, hey, you know, I've been calling this baseball for years and years and years. Well, guess what? Now it's called Woogly Oogly Ball. Deal with it. So here's the exact change. Equity crowdfunding, dead, gone, flush it from the brain. The new term, according to Wefunder, is now community round. I, for one, am a big proponent of changing the name to community round. Equity crowdfunding is a bulky term, and I have struggled when trying to explain it to newbies in the space. Equity crowdfunding sounds like you had two buzzwords that you just smashed together and nobody stops to understand what it actually means. Now, when I hear a company is doing a community round, I mean, wow, I just get a little weak in the knees. It's a lot more understandable. I can hear that term and think, oh, they're probably just, I don't know, raising funds from their community. Now here's the problem. This puts me in a full-blown identity crisis. I named this YouTube channel Crowd Scale, from the Latin Crowdius Scalium Alicilis. The scale referred to how I would evaluate and weigh different startup investments. Crowd referred to equity crowdfunding, which is no more. So what am I now? Community scale? Crowd round? I don't know. I just feel like a boat without a motor, a bird without wings, a YouTuber with no subscribers. Guys, I'd like to take this moment to invite you to subscribe to my channel where you can get calm startup investing news delivered to your homepage every day. Now, just because Wefunder is calling it community round doesn't mean that Start Engine and Republic and all the others are going to fall in line. I was curious to see how this would play out, and it played out right in front of my eyes on Twitter, nonetheless. Johnny Price, the VP of fundraising at Wefunder, tweeted out to Republic and asked them if they wanted to join La Revolution. The internet waited with bated breath. Memes were flying in left and right until April 6th, 9:06 a.m. Republic responded and said yes. I think it makes sense for the rest of the industry players to fall in line. It doesn't really give Wefunder a huge competitive advantage if you start using the term that they coined. It really just helps expand the overall pie for all the players in the space. Now, the other big part of the Wefunder announcement was the rollout of communityround.com. Here you can petition a startup to do a community round. Startups previously had the option to do a test the waters campaign where they could gauge investor appetite, but this required some legwork, legal documents, and was pretty confusing to retail investors. The petition lets you pledge that you will invest a certain amount of money if a specific startup decides they want to do a community round. The idea here is that if a bunch of people pledge money, founders can see that there's a lot of demand from retail investors and they might be more enticed to do a community round. We've already seen founders engage with this, promising they'll do a community round if they receive X amount in investment pledges. Here's my take on the tool. I think this is merely a fun feature. I think it's a good ad, but I don't think it will meaningfully move the needle on equity community rounds. I tested it out, and by design, there's really no safeguards in place. You can pledge $25K to any startup, even if you have no intention of investing in them, because these pledges are non-binding. If you want to become a better startup investor, subscribe to the channel and learn with me. We also added 27 Twitter followers this past weekend alone. If you want that smoke, follow me on Twitter, I'll link it below. Lastly, get yourself on the email newsletter list. It's quick hits, anti-buzzwords, and I only send out one email a week. I'll also link this below. That's it, fam. Peace, y'all.